You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Father Fish.
Cheers to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
Rum and Sherrock.
Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories.
Hey, Scott.
Memories bring back those. There's a
Scott Mindy.
cause I did not know the pain. When I believed in forever, everything was back the same.
Hello, James Green.
Hey, James. JVM. All those letters. Did you take my hand? I got paint all over my hands.
JVVM.
Yeah. And Roman. Scott. Ooh, I need my water. Hello, Sandy and Danny.
Yeah.
Everything gon' be alright. Only the best will say. Cheers to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back
I love it.
Sunset Jen. Bunny Viper.
Almost midnight, JV.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Nice to have you all with us.
Yes.
Glory.
Glory.
Glassbox Hero.
Danny, I think. Danny Weshy. Hey, my friend.
Oh, Danny's here. Where is he? Is that who is JBV? I don't see Danny.
If I'm wrong, please correct me.
Pardon?
Not Danny, please correct me.
You're breaking up real bad on me.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
Somebody
sorry.
else, I think it's not your fault. I think it's me. I had that happen last night. I was talking to somebody and it was like, just electronics like that. Nothing.
I've got a booster, internet booster extender or whatever is coming, so keep our fingers crossed that that's going to solve it. Hey, Brent.
Scott.
Oh, I hope so, Scott. Who is the other one?
Is Danny. Hey.
Yes.
Right. That's what I thought. Nice to
I hope
see you, Danny.
Sarko comes in. He was wanting to show his tanks last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friday he wanted to come up.
That was a good stream. Yeah, I can
Yes,
see my internet.
It was,
terrible.
wasn't it? That was a lot of fun.
It looks clear on my end, but it's not coming clear to you guys.
Well, the sound is messed up.
Okay.
The audio, yeah. It's there and then it's not. And it could as easily be me as you. I just don't know.
I know it makes it hard
Renwood.
because on StreamYard, when we're talking, it doesn't like sound bad.
What are you doing?
Does that help?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's worse, actually. Good Lord, that's terrible. What did you do? You
This
made
is
it
the
worse.
last screen. Yeah, it's my internet. But hopefully, like I said, this will be the last bad internet. If the extender doesn't work, then I'm having it installed here. We're just way out in the middle of nowhere in the sticks.
Yeah. Well, it's okay right now. And then it just drops off. I see that. You've been
A background.
Painting black,
Yeah.
have you?
Well, I got my new supplements from Father Fish. I got my substrate. I got my new hydro aquarium. I got the spot cleared out for it. So I've been putting together a tutorial on setting it up all day. And now I'm actually doing the aquascaping and Al Wet Socks. And Kelly Foreman sent me an amazing plant package with so many different kind of crypts. I need an 800-gallon tank to put it in.
Oh, that's nice. That's great. Bum, 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 bum. We got bum, bum, bum.
So what have you been working on all day?
Well, we had a Venice Aquarium Society board meeting this afternoon.
All right.
So we were talking
My
about
God.
this, that, and the other. Talking about the auction, a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work out okay. You're going to be an important part of that, because you're going to be tracking you on the online bids and calling them out. And then if there's somebody bidding online at the end of that auction of that item, I'm going to give them another 5 seconds or so to make sure we get a final bid in, because that's where it messed up the last time. The lag, we were not paying attention to the lag, and so some people got bids in too late, but it wasn't their fault. So we'll just work on it. We'll make it right. It'll work out.
Another reason to get my internet working right. I'm gonna be helping
exactly.
auction. I just want to be able to buy some stuff from the auction.
Here I go. Right, I'm knitting again.
Yeah, you sure
Master
are.
Black, right?
Hey, Master Black. Oh, did you see Danny's question? He said,
Do
I painted
dirt?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, I do. Hey, Roman's here? Hey, Roman.
Hey, Roman.
Hello.
How are
Can
you?
see?
What are we looking at?
Looks like a beautiful day.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So what I wanted to show you some new vessels that I purchased recently at the Salvation Army.
Ooh,
Ah,
that is beautiful.
There's two of them there. One was a punch bowl, and this one was some kind of a vase. And I put in this one here. I took out some water lilies from another aquarium. They've been up for about a week now, and they're just the plants are starting to show new shoots coming.
oh, nice.
That is beautiful.
And this one here has some kind of an Amazon sword in it. And you can see the leaves have the nice colored red ribs.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
And I have a few shrimp in there too.
So you've got them in the window.
Yes, so there's no heat, there's no circulation. They're just still.
Yes.
Right.
Still.
Oh, I love it. What a great find.
Yeah.
You get the bargain shopper of the day.
Well, I've been looking for quite some time, and these two were sitting next to each other the last time I went in there, and I just grabbed them.
Nice. Yeah, I do that. Every time I go into Goodwill, I'll walk out with a bowl.
Bite Master Black.
And this is a narrower one here.
Oh, now I've got a vase like that. I didn't think about doing that with the vase.
So this one here is Lobelia cardinalis, which is cardinal plant, and it should grow immersed once it reaches the top of the water.
Nice.
And I think I have a pair of what's the name of the fish? I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name of the fish off the top of my head there. But I think they spawned because the female's chasing the male away.
Oh,
Well, maybe I'll take you down there and show you. One moment. I just.
Formosa or something?
No, it's a little. Oh my gosh.
right, Glass Box Hero.
So.
He's got a song about that. Y'all check out his channel.
So there's. Sorry for the glare. What's that fish there? That's the
Oh,
male.
a ram? Or is that
It looks like, oh, it's an Episto.
Yes.
Okay.
Borellii.
Borellii, yeah, Borellii.
So back in this, behind this white stone there, the round one, the female is hiding down in there underneath the roots of the, well, there I can just see her there.
There she is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got one of those. I got a female. I don't have a male. I need to get a male.
What an incredible setup. I love seeing Romans.
That's fun.
I had to change, I had exchanged 12 of my, oh my goodness. my memory is not as good as I used to be.
Well, you're among friends.
Yeah, really. Oh, look at this.
So I'll say goodbye for now, and thank you for letting me come up on the.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, Roman, thank
you so much.
Bye bye.
Always makes my day, and everybody loved it. Those were beautiful.
Very nice. That's fun.
See, and that's the Father Fish way. You can set up bowls and just enjoy them.
It's a resurrection jar. Roman was one of the first to take up the challenge to do a resurrection jar.
Bravo. Me too, Glass Box Hero. Joanna from Primetime, or not, but the Small Scape, she does all kind of little scapes like that too, where she just makes little container scapes.
That's right, she does. Yep.
It's really cool.
Hey,
right on.
Danny can. Hey, Danny.
Hope you're feeling better. He hurt his shoulder bad.
Who did?
Kenny did. Like,
he did.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Oh, dear.
That's what my husband is disabled from. He about ripped his arm off, falling out of a bucket truck at the power company. His arm got caught in it. His body flipped and just about wrung his arm off.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Verily, Verily, and has a question.
Yes, can I float sea grape leaves into my community tank? Sea grape, that's interesting. I brought 3 large ones from the beach. They will, no, I would not do it. They're not aquatic. They're actually a plant that grows in very dry soil. They grow in pure sand with very little nutrition. They get mist on them, but and it's a salty kind of mist. The leaves, I would not float the sea grape leaves. They're just going to rot. You could dry them and put them in. I don't see that they're going to be beneficial at all. Let's see. I don't think will they lower the pH. Don't know about that.
Okay. Danny did ask, I don't know if you want to do it right now but could you go over your saltwater system? He's setting up, I think it said a 60-gallon, and he's thinking about like a dirty or a sand substrate.
Well, the easiest way to do it, yeah, I've got a couple of them. I haven't cleaned the glass here. So let's look at this one. This is a 29. It's full of mollies and killies. They came out of brackish water, and they're now in full salt water. There's a fair amount of algae in here, but I've also got macroalgae growing pretty well. Now, the substrate is about 6 inches deep. I started 2 of these, this one and the one next to it. Both of them were freshwater tanks. I left the original 4 inches of substrate in this tank. I removed it from this tank because I wanted to get an idea of what would happen if there'd be a difference. This one I added 2 inches of sand that I collected from the Gulf, from in the water, not dry beach sand, but wet sand from the ocean. And I put that on top. So that brought a lot of bacteria in, and it converted the bacteria below it. A lot of bacteria survives in both fresh and salt water. That which did not simply died off and was assimilated. So this one, I did not do that. I started this with the same thing, with ocean sand, ocean dirt, if you will. I went out to about waist deep and out past the tide and dug up sand from the bottom of the Gulf and brought that in and put it in. Now, the water in here is also Gulf water. I've topped it off a few times. This has been set up almost a year.
That's
And
amazing.
I think I'm due to do a major water change. I've been losing some fish in it lately. I've never done a water change in that amount of time, so I think it's probably become toxic. I don't know. They ain't fabulous tanks by any stretch. What's interesting about this, these mollies and killies have been in here for 3 or 4 months at least. They're super healthy, doing extremely well. The plants are doing pretty well. The macroalgae. So I don't know. It's kind of.
How's your little?
I did it kind of rough because I wanted to see what would happen, and for the most part, I've been pleased with it. This tank, I'm losing fish, so I'm going to just have to break it down and replace the water. But what I'll do, I'm going to pull all the rocks out, clean them. I'm going to pull all the water out, and then I'll redo salt water and get all the algae off. So, but I'm not going to touch the substrate. So that's that. And I have no filtration in either of them. All I have is circulating pumps, water pumps, and I do have the sponge filter set up in each of them.
How often do you have to check the salt in it, the levels or whatever?
Never. I just top off to a level because it stays the same. The salt doesn't go away. The salt just stays there. You know, the water will evaporate, but salt does not evaporate. Verily, verily. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for the super chat. That's very, very kind and very generous of you. Really appreciate it. There we are. Thank you very, very much. I was watching Jay Funk last night, and he did a rap for his super chat.
Super chat, isn't that great?
Yeah, it really is cool. So I need to do something. We could play. Yeah, I will put something together.
Definitely
fun to do. Yeah, I could do my granddaughter. Do my do my
You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Nala,
right.
Scott says, question of the evening. In an old Father Fish tank, if it needed to be broken down or moved, what's the best way to do it? Let's say a 50 or 60 gallon.
Excuse me, I'm fussing around on my screen here. Leave the substrate in it. If you can leave an inch of water above the substrate, that'll help preserve it. If you can do it that way, if it's not too heavy. Obviously, if it's too heavy, you can't do that. But if it's not, then try to move it with the substrate in it.
Yeah. Just drain it down. But now a deep substrate is pretty heavy. That's the one thing about it.
Yeah, well, it is, but it doesn't have to be impossible.
Right.
It's a reasonable thing to do. I've done it. I did it with all of these tanks here. Every tank I've got here came in with the substrate intact.
And just left them planted and everything, right?
Oh, yeah, well, although a lot of the plants got changed, but yes, with everything intact, yeah.
Verily says, thank you for your wisdom. We help her every week. And James Green says, maybe Father Fish can yodel something for us. The super chat yodel.
You know what I was listening to today? Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh my gosh.
The music and that, I am addicted to it.
Yes.
I saw a little video today of 3 little boys, like 3, 4, and 5 years old, doing I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow.
Oh, I love it.
It was as cute as could be.
It is the best.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do some takeoffs on that. I'll probably get monetary strikes on it.
It'd be so worth it.
Yeah, really, really.
Let's see. Hello, Melted Butter. Let's see, Benjamin and who else
like
was
Kelvin 10?
Barely. Yeah. And then Melted Butter.
You can go. I know people who go up to 5 and 6. I usually do around 2,000. I don't know what these are, frankly.
Hi, Rob.
I think they're about 2,000. I don't even know if they're more. Probably not. Let's see. T5s, 6,500K. These are 6,500. I've got a bigger one here that I like real well. Let's see if I can.
Danny agrees on the 6,500K. Says that's the best he's heard of.
Yeah, these I really like. Let's see what this is. This is 5,000, 4,000 lumens. But I tell you, it's a fabulous light. It's just amazing. It's partly burned out. Got a little bit of it burned out. They don't hold up forever.
Right. But they're only how much, like expense-wise?
Oh, they're pretty cheap. The first one I showed you is like under $10.
You're kidding.
The second one I just showed you is about $20.
Oh, wow.
So,
I didn't know they were that cheap.
If they last a year. Yeah, what I do is I've got on this 55 right here. Let me show you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 of them on here. So that's, that's
5 of them.
5. Yeah, I got 5 strips on it. 5 4-foot strips.
It looks good though. Look at that.
It looks wonderful, doesn't it? The plants are doing well. The fish are beautiful. Yeah, it's doing really well. I'm real pleased with it.
They look better each week.
Well, I've been adding plants to it and trying to keep the glass clean. I'm going to need to do a water change for long. Now, these waru, where are they? Right there. I had 3 waru in this tank. It's a non-heated tank, and they died. They were in there a week. I noticed yesterday they were looking kind of funny. I didn't take it seriously, which I should have done. I should have pulled them out. I didn't, and they were all dead this morning.
Oh, shoot.
But no other fish in here am I having trouble with. Just those, which demonstrates that warm water fish absolutely require warm water. I had some in here. I think I still have, no, I took them out. And they did fine. That's heated. Had some in the 30, heated, and they did fine. I've got discus, little red discus in here. They absolutely require heat. This coming week, I'm picking up 3 4 to 5 inch water of breeding size. And they're going to go, I have a tank here I never show. It's a cube that's got some angels and a few other cichlids in it. I'm going to take them out, put a heater in, and I'm going to put the wiro in here because I think I can get them spawning.
Yeah.
That's about a 30-gallon.
That's a neat tank.
30-gallon cube, yeah. So anyway, what I recommend with the saltwater, you're close to the ocean. I would recommend you get as much wild as you can. And if do a deep substrate, if you can get natural sand from the ocean, use that. It's going to immediately establish the tank. As much water as you can bring back, use that. You can always supplement with synthetic salt and RO water. Top off with RO water. Don't do water changes more than once every couple of months, every 3 months, about 10%. If you do 10% a month, that would be, I know Kenny likes to do water changes. So if you do 10% a month, that would be more than adequate. And you can do it with synthetic salt. The main idea is to get biodiversity in the tank as quickly as possible, because that'll establish and it'll balance the tank a whole lot better, a whole lot quicker. It'll also then allow you to grow coral because it'll be providing the kind of nutrition that the coral need. When you think about coral, what you have to keep in mind is that you're feeding plants because it is the algae living inside the coral that feeds the actual coral. The coral pumps water through. It has nutrients in it for the algae. The algae feeds on those nutrients and provides sugars and oxygen and other nutrients for the coral. So, which means you need the right kind of nutrients in there. You don't need proteins. You need minerals. And the best way to get that is by having macroalgae and microalgae growing in it. Also, if you can collect some macroalgae, that'll also help establish a tank. I've got a little bit of it here. It doesn't always do well. Sometimes it'll be gangbusters, but it always provides a natural biological foundation for the saltwater tank. U.S. Scaper, hello.
Hello. And Lori came in.
Yes, here. Yeah, and Shelby is here.
Yes.
Hey, Lori.
Lori said she had some baby stingrays.
Oh, come on.
I know
it.
Oh,
my God. Oh, I'm dying.
One is a black diamond.
Oh, my
a black
word.
diamond hybrid, and the other is a pearl.
Well, I hope you're getting them on video. That's magnificent.
Isn't it, though?
Really. We can't have them in Florida. They're banned. No, they're banned in Florida.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me about watching predatory fins. They never did have stingrays, did they? At the place in Florida. Now they've moved.
Well, they might well have, because you can get them and hold them, like Arapima are not allowed. They did have Arapima I think they did have them, but they couldn't sell them locally. They could only
Right.
ship them out of state. You can get a permit. I never bothered because I wasn't doing any shipping.
Yeah.
But you can, as a wholesaler retailer, you can get a permit to hold those kinds of animals. The only one you can't do, or one of the ones you can't do, is the piranha. Piranha are banned absolutely in Florida. You can't even transport them through Florida. You can't hold them and ship them. They're banned absolutely. Florida and Maine. In Maine, piranha are banned absolutely.
Yeah.
As are goldfish ponds.
I can't believe that.
It's
That's
the
crazy.
height. It's the height of bureaucratic arrogance.
I'm telling you.
We're going to be on a war path about that if this Lacey Act bill goes through. We absolutely will be on a war path about it because I'm not going to tolerate it. I will not break the law. I will not. But I sure as hell ain't going to keep my mouth closed about it. Not for a second.
I love it. He says, hell no, we won't go. Sorry. No, I didn't mean to say that.
Really? Really?
Let's see here. Wes Carn Duff is here. And let's see, Sandy Daltrey. Let's see what. I told Lori to drop her link for that short if she has a chance. Maybe we could look at it.
I would love to see him. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Glass
Wes,
box is going to get cuttlefish. I've had cuttlefish. They're more than a little tricky. More than a little. They're magnificent, but they're tough.
Let's see here. Oh, and Wes Carnduff says that I think getting ready to try to come up and see us. That would be really cool.
Let's
Patricia
see. Patricia is saying, I've got a father fish tank with lots of plants. I need to give a nano fish a salt bath, and I cannot for the life of me catch him. I have a big net, medium net, and tons of others. I don't want to shred my plants. Okay, so let me show you the trick. Let me get a net. Let me get a net. I'm going to show you how to do this. I got a net here.
This is his secret, top secret fish catching tip.
I know. I can't find the net I want. I've got hard nets.
Have nets. Two of them.
I'm looking for a soft net, and I can't. Only got the hard net. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So,
flamboyant.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with the net. Let's see. We'll do this thing. And I put the camera up to it. Now, this is a 10-inch net. I don't recommend anything smaller. I use this to catch everything. Big fish, little fish, all fish in between. 10-inch net. You can get 12 inches. If it'll fit, I recommend it. All right, let's pick out. First of all, we're going to pick out a fish we want to catch. I'm all tangled up here. Oh, shit. I just dropped the wire in my cup of tea. Fortunately, there's no... I don't think I got into the contact. All right, here we go. Let's see. These are pseudomagills. See the little pseudomagills back here? Let's catch them. Okay, so what we want to do, I'm pushing glass to the back. So I've got about 4 inches gap here. I'm going to, the plants that are floating on the top, I'm going to push them to the back. That has brought the fish out. I bring them forward and go up. I just caught 4 pseudomagill and 1 female betta. Just like that. Is that easy? Let me do it again. We'll do it with something else. Show you it's not a fluke. How about a ram? Here's a pair of ram. Push to the back, drop the net below, bring forward, and there's a pair of ram with a female betta. So it's
as seen on TV.
There is no chasing involved. You don't chase them, you trap them. Here's a pair of bettas right there, and we got them. A pair of bettas, a male and a female, 2 blues. I can catch any
Like
fish
you've
in
been
this
collecting.
tank without stressing anything.
Hello, Ayuda, if I can say that right. And Craig Doniger.
All right, you get that?
hmm Roman was trying to help you by saying just flip the tank over and dump them out.
That works too. That actually, if you got a jar, that works real well.
Right.
I do that with little containers.
Scott
But
asks.
the idea is you want a net big enough that you don't have to chase the fish. You just
Right.
trap them toward the front. So there was no stress at all. Wasn't chasing the fish. They never knew they were caught. So there was absolutely no stress on the fish at all. And if you'll notice, that's a heavily planted tank. I didn't damage the plants at all. Just practice with it. Practice makes perfect. It's a simple
I've heard
way
you
to
say
do
this. I've heard you say this, father fish, like it has to be a tiny nano fish, but you can actually even siphon them out. I mean, that could be dangerous, but it is if it's a little bitty and a big enough boat. Yeah.
No, that's for Coley loaches.
Coolie loach. Never mind, y'all.
Because
I didn't say it.
you cannot catch a Coley loach with a net. It's the hardest thing in the world to do, even like this. So what I do is I use like a half inch siphon hose. I fill it with water. I stick it down in there. I hold my finger over the business end of it. And then when that pulley comes around to the front, I lift my finger off and it sucks it right up. The Coley loach goes in the direction of flow. So he will swim right up it.
He'll just tunnel his way.
Yeah, Wes is here. Hey, Wes.
All right, Wes.
Let me get you
I
up.
lost
There
my-
he is.
Hello there.
Hi, Wes.
Hi.
Oh, good day.
Good
Good
to
day.
see you.
Thank you. I'm trying to see what I'm seeing here.
What do you see here?
You sound good and look good to us.
Well, okay, so you can hear me all right?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Oh, now I'm all out of breath.
Hey, man,
Anyhow.
Cypress.
I got my little tank here still going.
Nice.
I haven't capped it yet at all,
Uh-oh.
but
All right. You going
I
to
got
do it
mail.
while we're watching?
pardon?
You going to do it while we're watching?
No, I don't have any sound.
Oh, well, I guess you can't do it then.
No,
Not
but
while we're watching.
I did get snails.
You got snails?
I got some Ramsey
All right.
snails. Now I got 1 million of them. So now I've got dirt.
True enough.
But I'm still going to do some. But let's see if I can bring this up. Or which view am I on? Oh, I'm on this camera.
You're on the other camera, right?
Yeah.
I saw you doing that, and I thought it was rather curious.
It's a great camera, though. Hey, ABC.
Now, all right.
Scott. Don't we all?
Just go down to camera full.
It's a neat little tank.
Look at that.
Yes, they will, Bryn. They are dirt producers. All
So
right.
anyhow,
Yep, you bet.
I've got my little van there. My flashlight that I always have here is not here now.
So what kind of fish you have in there?
I've got a dozen cardinals.
Okay, how are they doing?
Well, they're doing
Oh,
great.
How long you had them?
They've been in there about 8 months now.
Oh, that's great. Good job. They're not always easy to keep.
No, and I've got 2 Hebrosis in there. There's 2 Nerite snails. There's one of my shrimp. I'm looking backwards and forwards.
Blue shrimp, is it? Yeah. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if I can.
That's a neat little tank right there. Got all kind of life in it.
Where'd he go? No, but there's
What is
Looky
that?
there.
What
Yeah, I
is
see the snails.
yeah? What is that hose we're seeing running through?
right now. This is extra air stone I'm running to put some current through the tank.
Okay.
There he is down here.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch
Now
of
that's-
snails in there.
How long's the tank been set up?
About 8-9 months.
8-9 months. Yeah, it's got pretty good mold down in there,
Oh yeah, that's
That
why I
tanks
got
out.
the snails.
and it's what's it, about 2 inches deep, 2 to 3?
Maybe 1.5 inches.
Okay.
Actually, this is where the one part where I think I put not enough sand in was actually a good mistake.
No, it's okay. If you
it's-
add 1 inch of sand to the top of that, it'll
Mhm.
Oh,
balance it out. Although the plants look great, it's a nice looking tank.
Yeah,
It's doing fine. Yeah.
I've even got this one here. It started coming up, but I've got some other ones with other flowers in there.
Cool.
That's the famous.
Your camera's
I want to
balancing.
find a wireless webcam.
That one has a great picture on it, though.
There they are. My 2
Oh,
little.
oh. Yes.
What's the green round thing?
The back end of a sucker for the filter.
Oh, okay.
And that is a piece of oak wood beside it. I've got lots
Nice.
of oak in here.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
that there is my eggshells and stuff. But now what I've done,
Okay. So
is-
you're
Yeah, but
doing
it's-
some food web.
my tube coming in here, that's my outflow. And it's cut with a lot of slits. And I put, at the top of the water, there's the fan for the top of the tubes, the
Yeah.
plastic air tubes.
Right.
I've put that under the sand underneath,
Oh no. You mean under the gravel?
under the gravel. Sand, gravel,
Wow.
it's same thing to me, sorry.
No, it's different. It's not the same.
But it's not going directly in there. There's a bunch of slits cut in that thing so that the water is just sort of pouring in and flowing out.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of current going under the sand. I do get my gas bubbles coming up from the sand.
Yeah. This is not a system that I would ever recommend.
The under gravel, well, actually, I want to have a nice argument with you about that because
Well, you can argue all day long. It's not long term. It'll
there's
crash.
my,
Might take a year, might take 2 years, but it will crash.
well, what I found with filters and without an under gravel filter, it's harder to stay in the same parameter. The under gravel filter, I wouldn't use it as just the only filter on this thing. If I had maybe 2 or 3 fish, yes.
Yeah.
But for the amount of fish I have in here, an under gravel filter would be another useful filter to add to the mix.
Yeah. This is not a system that I would ever recommend.
No, I've used under gravels in the past, and this is actually the first tank that I haven't used an under gravel on. And it's
Yeah.
more or
yeah.
less, this is
Yeah.
an experiment for me.
Right.
I'm trying
Well,
to
see,
see
here's
what
the
I can
thing.
do.
You've been at fish for some years. You clearly have got a good, strong feeling for how to maintain a balanced, healthy tank. And you're able to do it with a variety of approaches. For a new person doing this, they would wind up with dead fish pretty consistently.
Oh yeah, it's in cardinals. They're hard to keep. They like soft water. And now I got to keep the snails in there, and I got to keep their shells hard. So I'm going to run into that.
So you got eggshell in there. Yeah, I
But,
agree. Cardinals are extremely. The fact that you've kept a dozen cardinals in that little tank for 8 months, it really demonstrates your skill as an aquarist. Even so, I would not recommend to anybody new that they set up their tank this way because
definitely, yeah,
they're gonna have problems.
you are. And I mean, one of the things there, the bucket back here, the simplest thing. I put my filter in the bucket. I'm not going to worry about
Yeah,
overflow.
I used to put them in the tank in my big tanks, like 500-gallon tanks. I had the whole filter in the tank.
And then the famous thing, you can never only have one tank.
Right.
I had to, there's my slug tank.
Oh, cool.
Those are all the snails I've caught out, just threw them in there, and they're doing fine in there
Yeah,
too.
you got a resurrection jar there.
Yep.
Yep, the makings of it. Well, thank you so much, Wes. I appreciate
That's
you coming
awesome.
up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, they're pretty.
You need to come on over to Discord, Wes, and we can fight about this. We got some guys over there who feel the same way you do.
Well, it's there. Everybody seems to say this filter is the be all end all. This filter is the be all end all. And if I
I don't
could
like
get
any
another hand
filter
on the back
personally.
on this thing, I'd do it as well.
Yeah.
And one of the things you got to think about a little tank like I'm doing is I'm playing 1,000-gallon tank here.
Here, Fishy saying, "Come to the dark side, Wes.
Yeah.
We have
Snacks.
snacks."
See, I would
I
just
love
throw
it.
an inch or two of sand on top of it and just go from there.
It'd make a world of difference. You need to do that.
But that is a neat little tank, and you got some amazing fish in there.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Wes. Thank you, Wes, very much.
Well, actually, I'm going to be adding hatchet fish
Honest to God.
and a sump on the back of this thing. So I'm going to be doing a lot.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye, Wes. Like, yeah, get an air primer.
Yeah,
You
really.
got-
Really.
Hey, Joshua Landers. He says, hello, Lou.
You escaper. Right in there, Pima. Good
Yeah.
idea.
Pea
Good
puffer.
idea. Pea puffer, right.
Pea puffer or a
Pima.
loach.
Papa pea puffer, right. You betcha. Thank you.
Hey, the Digitech man.
Thank you, Shelby. Good comment.
Yes.
Yeah, nice tank. Yeah, Roman said nice little tank. Certainly is. Very impressive. Yeah, 200-gallon worth of filtration on a 10-gallon tank. I don't think it was 10 gallons. I think it's more like 8 gallons. So one of those little plastic things. I got a couple of them around. Microbots, yes.
See if we missed any questions.
Nailed it. Are they nuts in the tank, Craig says.
Right.
Were there nuts involved?
No.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Now, FX6, that would fix it right up.
There you go.
Love
right.
it, Wes.
Right,
See, Wes
right.
got us all talking and thinking now. See, he sparked. He sparked
Right.
conversation. The Digitech man wants to know why my Shabunkin gets cyst. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, EM 2032.
Why it gets cysts.
Yeah. Well, they can also have well, I know all fish can, but they have they're more common to like parasites under their scales and stuff too, aren't they? That could
Yeah.
cause.
Well, the other problem with them is their finnage is very fine and there's no blood flow through it. So if they get sick, there's no way they can get white blood cells in there to clean it up.
Yeah. Here, Fishy. She asked us, this was the question I was looking for. It says, my bicolor Blenny, is he at fault for my starfish limping around on 2 limbs? I guess something has attacked her starfish.
Yeah, no, he's not. The starfish has an infection, probably.
Oh, okay.
You could try dipping it in fresh water. If he's limping around on 2 limbs, he's no, they have not been chewed off or bitten off. There are animals that'll do that, but the bicolor blenny is not among them. I don't even think snails will do it. I'm trying to remember who eats starfish.
Oh,
Who eats starfish? Some eat starfish. Oh, I know what it is. It's it's the big the snails, the big snails. What are they called?
oh.
Yes, that word. Right. Has anyone tried the new top fin Wi-Fi heaters? Not me.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them.
You're fine, Wendy. Always glad you're here. Were you going to come show the 75 today? We get an update.
Really?
Urchins, conch snails.
No, not conch snails. That's what I was thinking about.
That was
Thank
Danny.
you.
He got it.
Yeah, Danny. Right.
A Wi-Fi heater.
Don't know anything about that.
I've switched all those Hydro heaters, and I just love them. They're so easy. They got digital displays.
Yeah, I've got some of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, though, they don't last a bit longer.
Now that, yeah.
Else. You know, I bought the titanium heaters with the external thermostat.
Now I've got one of those right in this one.
They
Titanium.
rust out. They rust.
Oh, really?
Out. They do. I
Oh,
don't think titanium. I had them rust out on me.
So maybe they're not titanium?
Did not last a year. I don't know. Yeah, right. Exactly. If they were in fact titanium, they would have cost a lot more.
Well,
I think they were
why not
stainless.
platinum?
They were stainless.
Sunset
guess who's
Jim.
here? Guess who's here?
Glass Box Hero.
Hello.
Hey, Danny.
How are you, Danny?
I'm pretty good. My display is all super weird here on my phone here. It's not loading right. Hold on a second.
Oh, it looked fine. Yeah, that's
there
great.
we go. Now it
Perfect.
looks good to me. It was my issue, not yours.
Look at those
Oh,
dwarf
man.
swords. That's
Beautiful, Danny. Whoa.
nice carpet of dwarf swords, isn't it?
Yeah, those are that's dwarf Sagittarius.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that carpet. I'm trying to do one in my little tanks.
Yeah, it is pretty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I have the electric blue rams in there now.
Okay,
Oh,
they're looking good. What's your temperature in that tank?
79 degrees.
You're pushing it. I would kick it up a degree or two. Rams are another warm
The
water
rams
fish.
came from they came from 78 degrees. So they've been perfectly fine for a month now.
They look okay. Yeah, I just you know, it's risky. It's like these waru. I really thought I could get away with it. That temperature dropped to about 77, and it killed them.
Yeah. Then I got the pothos and the sword on top.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's nice.
What's over there? Is that just spider plant?
Is that a looks
Spider
like
plant. I said sword. I meant spider plant. Yeah.
spider
Okay.
plant, and he's got an aloe alongside it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's not in the water. That's on the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
See that right? Yeah.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, there's
I just got me a.
lots of variety of different stem plants and lotus and dwarf lily back there.
What size tank is that?
It's a 40-gallon breeder.
Oh boy, my favorite tank. You know, I'd like to get
Mhm.
that tank about 4 inches taller.
What about the
Yeah.
6
That would be
gallon?
about a 50. Yeah. I love the 40 breeder. I think it's a
Mhm.
great tank.
I
It
agree.
is. Look at that.
Nice.
I just wanted to show this one off because it's doing super well, and I just
It
trimmed up
really
the
is.
fence and everything.
It
So
Good
looks great.
job.
No live performance. When are you
Yeah.
going to come on and perform for us live? We want an exclusive performance of your song. If you guys haven't subscribed to Danny, I need to put his link because y'all need to check him out. He's got
Oh,
some amazing music.
I know.
I got 5 of them out now. So
They're really
You
good
got
for
an
you.
album.
That's fun.
You got to put an
Really?
album out. No.
that's an EP. I want to put out about 4 more, and then I'll release the CD version of everything.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Cool.
going to be cool. I love it. Let me see if I can
Nice.
find it.
I'll drop down though.
Thanks, Danny.
Take care, Danny.
He's got some great tanks. Let's see. Oh, there it is. We need to get him up to 500. He's got like 416.
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm copying that.
I
That's
don't just
okay.
see big swords anymore. If I could get hold of some big ones. This is Tenango 259. We've got some here. We've got some in Florida. In fact, I was one of the members of our club. That's a retired biologist. Is doing swords, and he's got 3 or 4 tanks of nice size swords. There is a breeder in Miami who's doing big swords. You're right; they're hard to come by.
Yeah.
We'll try to get some in our auction, in our Venice auction. Now that auction, this will be the 21st. I need to look at the calendar.
Ooh, nice U.S. Scaper.
The
Yes,
third
when
Thursday. It'll be the 21st.
Okay.
Um,
The third Thursday, you said?
Third Thursday, yeah. And the meeting starts at 7:30. Dinner starts at 7. You're welcome to come to dinner. The program starts at 8, and the auction starts at 9. And the auction usually runs an hour. And we did include online people in the auction last month, and it worked out fairly well. There were a few glitches that we're going to try to solve. The main one was the lag. So
Yeah.
if we can solve the lag problem, and we're just going to give those people who are bidding on an item an extra 5 seconds before we close the bidding on that item.
And do
Make sure
people
they
need,
get their bid in. And then
Do,
Mary will be calling it out. So
do people need to join membership to the club?
we
for
do
that?
need yeah, we do. Membership is $12. You need to be a member to participate. You can, if you buy something, you can include the $12 in your payment. There's also, if it's a small shipment like a couple of plants, shipping will be $10. If it involves fish, it'll be $25 for shipping.
Yeah.
We had 4 people the last time online who bought things. It worked out really well. There was one problem, and that was my fault. It wasn't anybody else's. We had some abuse that went bad, but it was my fault because I didn't hold it properly for the 4 or 5 days I needed to hold on to it to wait for the balance of their order to come in. So that'll be replaced. Anything that's my fault or the shipper's fault, we're going to cover and take care of. So it's fun. It's something that we have so much fun with it. We wanted to find a way to give other people a chance to enjoy the process. So we'll try it again. We'll see how it goes and try to do problem solving. But I think it'll be a lot smoother next time. By the way, just in case you're curious, that auction, for those of you who are watching, grossed $921.
Wow.
That we
Father
paid,
Fish is a beast.
we pay 75% to the person who brings the item in. So that means we paid out almost $700 that night. So a bunch of people made some pretty good money.
Amazing fish, amazing plants, and deals. I think the last auction I saw like a book, like a $75 book, go for like $5, and I like to die.
Yeah,
I
that's
wanted
right.
to.
I know. Well, that was part of the reason I decided to open it up, to give folks a chance, because we have so many just really cool things and plants and fish. We had fabulous plants. It was the best plants I've seen in years.
Gorgeous. MX Rider, hello, welcome. Does anyone have any tips for breeding blue-eyed red neon rainbows?
Somebody wants to euthanize a betta. Clove oil works fine. I give you two methods. I put them in a freezer and just freeze them. It's pretty quick and it's painless. Who is it?
Fish Ranch House got his license.
Chevy Fish puts them in a little baggie and takes them outside and puts them in front of her car wheel and runs over them.
Well, I mean, it's quick and painless, right?
Quick. There you go.
I've seen a lot of people do the clove. I think it was Kasha, Creative Pet Keeping, actually did a video on how to euthanize a fish, I believe. She's been a betta breeder for many years. Roman, he's with the give him well denied. I've seen that. Mr. Charles at Goliad Farm feeds his fish that he picks out of the tanks to his German Shepherds.
Well, you know, the other thing you can do, and what a lot of breeders do, is they'll have an Oscar in their fish room, and everything they want to call, they feed to the Oscar.
Yep.
So that's another way to do it.
Tiggy, I don't need you.
Craig is here. Hey, Craig, nice to see you. Oh, bikers. U.S. Caper said bikers.
Yep. I like bikers. I'd love to have some bikers. They're neat fish.
It was a monster auction. It really was.
Ooh, it
took us 1 hour and 10 minutes.
And that was Father Fish standing up the whole time, auctioneering, listening to the crowd, listening to the other people, and me and everybody else.
We bought bar stools. We now have bar stools to sit on. So I'm going to be sitting on a bar stool. Me and Bill will be sitting on bar stool.
We need to get you a bar stool with wheels on the bottom of it.
That's a good idea. Really. Good idea. Glory.
Congratulations. Dane Fritz, hello. Here in East Tampa, I keep ducks.
Blast Box Zero is on my butt about freezing. It's not painless. Ice crystallizes on their gills as they slowly suffocate. I say, well, if it's crystallizing on their gills, it's crystallizing throughout their body at the same time. But it is a numbing agent as well.
Yeah.
So it's the main reason I do it. Probably on balance, Chevy Fish has the most humane system. A hammer would work as well, but
I just can't do it.
I know.
I know how to put animals out of their misery. I was a vet tech for 20 years, but I just have a hard time with physically doing it.
Oh, there you go. Dane Fritz, East Tampa. Keep ducks. Often have rescue facilities that need people to take them, and they love dead goldfish, plants, algae, and snails.
That's really
Ducks,
nice.
they do. Ducks are great
Mhm.
eaters. James says oil of cloves, one of the first anesthetics used in medicine. Still used as a dental anesthetic. I've had that.
Oh,
Let's
good,
see.
Greg.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, Sunset Jen. I'm sorry, I meant to give that question to you, Father Fish. She said, Father Fish, in a recent video, you said liquid fertilizer is not good for microflora. Could you please expand on this? Sorry, Jen, I meant to get that one.
Well, yeah. The biggest problem with liquid fertilizers is that you really cannot control the dosage. No matter what you put in, if you've got fish in that tank and you're feeding those fish, then those fish are providing adequate nutrition for the plants. Plants that take their nutrition out of the water are typically slow growing plants. Now, the exception to that is probably duckweed, because duckweed seems to grow like a mad weed, mainly because it's a very tiny plant and it doubles every 2 or 3 days. So it's really not all that fast. It's just that once that doubling reaches a given point, the doubling becomes massive. But adding liquid ferts means that your water column is then contains a substantial amount of nutrients, which creates a whole variety of problems. It's why people who do that kind of fertilizing have to do water changes, because you got to reduce the level of nutrients that are in the water column. The plants can't possibly absorb it all. They'll grow in it. They'll grow artificially too. I mean, they'll grow beyond what they would normally do. What do you got? A piece of driftwood? What do you do?
He must be up to something. He walks in the door with flowers and a piece of driftwood. What are you up to? Yeah. Oh, they're.
What are the flowers?
Lavender. Oh, those are pretty. Thank you, dear. He's trying to put me to sleep. He's trying to give me that stuff that makes you calm. And I'm just kidding. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. You drink my way.
No, that's cool, Dan. He says, Alpha, I can never. Yeah, thank you. You say it. Sunset Jen.
So Sunset Jen, yeah. I don't know what else I want to say about that. With the deep substrate, that deep substrate is providing nutrients for the rooted plants, and because the rooted plants are growing effectively, that's providing nutrients as well for the for the non-rooted plants, for like Java fern and so forth, for the plants that take their nutrients out of the water column. It's overkill. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it, and it tends to create problems, kind of side issues. It is not necessary. If you have a deep substrate, you don't need it. And I'm not in favor of doing things that are not needful to do, because it creates other kinds of issues. That's it. That's all.
How about phosphates? U.S. Scapers asking how phosphates affect plants. Can't say.
Well, plants absorb phosphates. Again, it's something you want occurring naturally. It's something you don't particularly want to add. Phosphates become important for some people with coral farms to maintain the phosphate level. I've never noted that there's any particular issue in freshwater tanks. I use Epsom salts in my mix, which provides a minimum level of phosphates. A glass box is saying Java Fern loves phosphates, but so does algae. That's right.
Right. And thank you, Father Fish, for sending me some more of your supplements. I bought the first bag, like, what was it, 2 years ago. And since I've got little tanks, I just use little bits of it to mix. And then he sent me a new little package the other day of it. It was time for my refill.
Well, I knew it was. I need to send one to Shelby as well. I keep neglecting to do that. Shelby, if you're still here, send me your address so I can get that off to you.
It gets wasted.
Fishbrella said it's like buying more food than you need. At the end of the week, how much trash do you throw away and waste? Yeah, it is kind of like that. It's overkill. If you're going to fertilize the soil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't fertilize the water column. The basic principle is to keep your water column as what's the word I want to use? As
clean.
low in nutrients as possible.
Right.
And that's again part of the function of the deep substrate and of the food web is to reduce the nutrient level in the water column. So you don't want high nutrients in the water column. You want low nutrients. And if you're fertilizing with water, you're going to have high nutrients in the water column, no matter what, because the plants will never use all of what you're putting in there. They can't possibly. They'll use 1/1000th of what you put in, which is why people who fertilize with liquid have to do water changes.
I remember when I first came on and started learning about plants and stuff, I was driving myself crazy trying to learn about fertilizers and this and that, and I had to do this. And one day, Father Fish just got me to cap my tank with sand, and I've never had to use anything. I had like, I got some from Dustin, his grow juice or whatever. I did have some of that. And I mean, it was good. It didn't last long, though.
Justin is nuts for that, and he insists on using gravel in his tanks.
Yeah.
Irritates the hell out of me because he's an absolutely brilliant
I love him.
aquarist. He does the most astounding plant work, and he is so far ahead of everybody else. I mean, he's learned secrets that nobody else knows.
Right.
But
he
insists on using gravel in fish tanks. Makes me nuts.
Hey, Nala's here. Nala is here.
Oh,
yes,
hello,
sir.
Nala. Hi, my dear Nala. Let's see. Let's play her theme song.
You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
And we can do it. We can do it video as well.
You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
That's Nala, my 10-year-old granddaughter. She put that together. Nala. She made that a couple of months ago for me. And I've been dying to get her to do something else. Please, please,
gotta make something else. He loves it.
Please. Absolutely. Happy to see you, Nala. Been missing you, my dear.
U.S. Scaper says I have see if you can spell that. Clonium algae growing in my tank, and dosing algicide hasn't been working. Any tips to get rid of this tough mother trucker? How you say that?
Rhizoclonium.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look it up. Hold on a minute. What am I doing here?
What that is.
There we go. Rhizoclonium.
Wendy and Scott blowing kisses at each other.
Funny. You guys.
I love it. They are, Sunset Jen. Grandchildren are so special. And Nala, you heard Grandpa saying, please, please, please.
Really? what it is and what to do with it. All right, here we go, guys.
Oh, and Danny's got something too. I knew Danny would be on.
A small
Oh,
clump
okay.
of green hair-like things in the aquarium. Maybe Rhizoclonium algae. Thrives mostly in saltwater aquariums, although almost all algae that stay in your tank make your tank look messy and dirty. Well, so you say. Okay, so hair algae. Are we talking? No, I see. Oh,
Yeah.
it's this
Is it
weird
that
furry
slime
stuff.
looking?
It's furry, slimy stuff. Yeah.
It responds well to blackouts, Danny says.
Responds to blackouts. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do a blackout and increase CO2 levels.
Yeah,
That's
I have removed it manually and had it not come back. Usually what I'll do, see how it's growing on this picture? It's like in a clump. What I would do is simply cut or break off that whole section and discard it.
And just remove it all.
Just remove it, yeah. And it probably will start up again. If you keep up with it, you can control it. I mean, it'll get to the point where it'll be gone. It may take you a week or two. Try the blackout, though, if that's true. That's an easy way to... Don't do the blackout more than 2 to 3 days tops, because it'll begin affecting your other plants. But that's what I do. I do manual removal and or whatever is going to eat it. You can try various things to eat it.
Yeah. I wonder what does eat that. Grin said
they're showing neorites, yeah.
Like seeing string. Oh
Like
no,
string.
Craig. Says my tanks are bloody soup. Uh-oh.
Or what?
Bloody soup. I don't know what's happening.
Bloody soup. What is he talking about?
I said, I night in my tank's bloody soup. Oh, LOL. I don't know what happened, Craig. What's going on? Grin says some of his critters have been posing, so he put some pictures on Discord to share.
Oh, how nice.
Hey, Herbie.
Wonder.
Oh, there's Ginger Fishy. Hello.
Fishy. Hello.
My first
All right. Good girl.
All right, Ginger Fishy. Been up running 3 months and all good. Oh.
Neorites help prevent, but they won't get rid of massive.
Oh, bloody zucchini. Melted Butter says neon tetras and cherry barbs are my gooey, hairy algae eaters.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Hey, George Trotter.
Barbs are a lot of shrimp will eat too. They'll eat certain kinds of algae.
Oh,
white cloud eat planaria. Yeah. Most anything will eat planaria.
Shelby Alex just did a good video on planaria in shrimp tanks a couple of videos ago on the secret history living in your aquarium. Check that out. I'll see if I can find it for you. But if I don't, just look on Alex's channel. It was a
Glass Fox disagrees that white clouds eat planaria. Neons and cherries. Melted Butter is saying, that's hairy algae. Bettas will eat planaria. Any of the anabanthids will eat planaria. What else are we going to? Some of the most unusual fish that have been out collecting in the wild. That's a good question.
That's good. Yes.
Probably the most unusual are sticklebacks, pipefish, seahorses. And then beyond that, we just got a bunch of balana socks last weekend down in the Keys, or in the Everglades, rather.
Yeah.
That's a big live bear. It's about 6 inches with a pike-like mouth.
Yeah.
And I brought them all back, and I put them in an outdoor tub, and they were fine for a week. And I went back looking for them yesterday, and every one of them are gone. So I think some heron came along and fished them all out.
Yeah. You're definitely not dumb, Craig. He said autocorrect. Autocorrect gets me all the time.
Yeah, Roman said bettas will work for me with planaria.
Mm-hmm. Oh, George Trotter says, what else do I need to add to your soil additives when I order from you? I have a 55-gallon corner tank. I know. No, I know some of them.
Go ahead.
Okay. Potting soil, organic potting soil, some peat moss, and worm castings. And Tractor Supply has worm castings. Is that right?
Do they really? I don't know.
Yes,
Do they?
They do.
They're hard. They can be hard to come by. Bat guano is good too. I include bat guano in my mix. I include a bunch of new stuff in the mix. I need to come up.
Oh, is it different now?
Well, I've just added a few things. I need to post that. I'll do those addendums on Discord.
I have just done just organic soil before. You know, I've even just taken a little soil in my backyard and just mixed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So
one of the most important additive is iron, and if you can get some red clay that contains a lot of iron, you want to turn it into slip, which means you dissolve it in water and then mix it in with the soil. I bought worm castings at Home Depot. I never saw it there. Huh. Mud and decaying leaves, absolutely. Yeah. That goes on the top. You can mix that in. You can mix that in like the top inch of sand as well, or just let it float on let it sit on the top of the sand bed.
I got some new aqua soil, but I'll still do it the Father Fish way. I'll still put a sprinkle of soil under it and put it on top. But I got some of the. Wait a minute. Which way do I turn it? Aqueon.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like the stratum. The reason I got this was because the new hydro aquarium I'm setting up, where the filter compartment is, it's got big slots, and I'm afraid that the sand will get sucked into them, into the motor or the pump. It's got the slots like way too low. Like a flue ball spec has like one little intake hole up here, so you can put a deep substrate in it. But this one's got like a big area that's like a little, looks like a fan or something. Little slots that go around, and they're right at the bottom. So I figured I could use this close to that area, and then I could cap it with sand and do it that way.
Might work.
What do you?
What I would do is put a piece of mesh over
just
that
like
opening.
It's sponge, some coarse sponge or something.
You could even do sponge, sure. In fact, that would probably work better if you put a good-sized piece of sponge up against it. That way it's not going to clog. And then if it stops working, you can always take out the sponge and
I've gotten so used to setting my tanks up with sand, I feel guilty for having plant
Well,
substrate.
You should. I know.
My kids gave it was only $13. That's not bad.
Oh, here we go. Glass box hero. I used the junk on the bottom of my pond to instantly cycle my mini tub. Absolutely. Rusty rocks for iron. That works.
Awesome.
Fill the slots with sponge. Yeah, melted butter. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Local supplier is sending me a surprise package today. It's great when local companies reach out and give you their product.
Oh, yes.
That's Craig Doniger. Nice,
That
Craig.
is wonderful, Craig.
Craig's got a remarkable fish room.
Yes, he does.
Anybody who's not, he's also live a lot because he's live when he's working in his fish room.
Yeah, he'll just turn the camera on and just let it.
Yeah, and it's a real chatty kind of chance to talk with him about his fish room. Appreciate what you're doing, Craig.
Yes. Now, my first tank, I had stratum in it, and Father Fish, that was the first thing I ever listened to him. He said, put 2 inches of sand on top of that stratum. And I did, and it was wonderful. Hey, Brooklyn Bell.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wish I had a body of saltwater around me so I could get it started faster. I think you could buy Miracle Mud, which is a saltwater product from GARF, GARF.org. Check
Oh,
it
yeah, let me
out.
see.
It's not expensive.
Right, Danny.
And it's it will kickstart your saltwater tank. GARF.org. Miracle Mud. It contains bacteria literally from all over the world. It's probably the best biodiverse substrate available anywhere.
I did have that link for it's say it one more time. GARF.
GARF.org.
Okay. I was gonna try to find it.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
Leo.
also, while I'm thinking about it,
Hey,
there's a website I ran across recently. Somebody popped this up. That it's called Freshwater Ichthyology. Freshwater Ichthyology by a young woman named Rebecca.
Yeah.
Who is a scientist who does a level of work with fish and especially with the L series that nobody else is doing. It's absolutely remarkable. And she is a delight to listen to. She's like a little kid, like a kiddie little girl. Speaking words of wisdom, if you will. I've just discovered her channel. Have not had a chance to talk with her yet. She doesn't do anything with anybody else, I don't believe. I got Alex to try to make contact with her. We're trying to reach out to her. She's in England and is stunning, just stunning.
And it's
you're gonna love it. It's freshwater ichthyology.
Okay, and her name's Rebecca. Hey, Jerry's Fish Room just came in and said, success. Just finished my first started tank and uploaded my video to my channel. Shouted you out in it, Father Fish.
All right, Jerry. Nice. Good job.
Oh,
good job, Jerry.
Can we use Vallisneria from brackish marsh in freshwater tanks? Yeah, I think so, right?
Last folks here are saying we spoke with the with Garf about 2 months ago. He's saying Garf is no more. I'll have to get back on it and look again.
Yeah, that's why I might not have found it.
I know that it was a couple who were running it, and he died, and she was trying to hold on to it, and maybe that's all over. We spoke through Discord with her about 3 months ago, and there was some expectation on her part that she was going to be able to continue, but it's been around since about 95. So it's, a long, and he's been gone at least 5 years. And Donna says, Mary, your hair looks beautiful this evening. You go, Donna.
2 inches off of today. You see that? I cut it.
There you go. Made a difference. Let's see. Leo, recommend topping off with sand for the Brightwell planted substrate. Yes, I do.
Yes.
I absolutely do.
And that also keeps...
And it's a nice product. It's a really good product. High mineralized content in that product. But it's going to work best if it's kept separated from the water column. And that's really the critical issue. That sand is totally inert, whereas that substrate is not inert.
Right. But it can help protect your water if you cap it, if you're not wanting the pH and stuff.
Oh, they're not shipping anything, he says. That's a shame. That's sad. I need to try to call her. It may have just been too much for her to try to do. Yeah, we did make contact with her. about 3 months ago, and it looked like things were going to move forward, but this may be newer information that
Yeah.
I'll try to contact her and see what's going on. How much right well should I put in? 1 inch, inch
Yeah.
and a
Just
half.
like,
Yeah, inch and a half, and then and you can mix some other stuff in with it. You could mix, for example, let's see, peat moss in with it. You could also mix. Um, you could do my supplement in it. That would be particularly beneficial. You could also
I'll let
add,
y'all know how that goes.
yeah, you could also add um, manure or what am I thinking?
Worm castings or
Well, no, I wasn't thinking about
compost.
that. That would be okay. Well, like mulch,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Compost.
compost. Thank you. Right. Do I like the idea of putting tubifex worms in the substrate? Yes, I do. In fact, I was looking at a tank that's was posted on Discord. The guy had, it looked to me when I first looked at it like about a half an inch of gravel. And then we got a close up and it's 3 inches deep with a huge culture of tubifex worms, black worms, whatever. And he's got Oscars in there. It's a big tank with the nicest food web I think I've seen in forever. It was really, really impressive. And a mix of substrates. He didn't have sand, I don't believe, but it was a real mix. And it had been set up long enough that that it was working effectively. It's something to think about and remember. If you've got a gravel substrate tank that's been set up for a year or more, all you need to do with that is add a relatively thin 1 inch layer of sand, and it will give you a fatherfish substrate. It'll give you a permanent substrate because that gravel has, over a period of time, built up all of the nutrient burden that a dirted tank automatically has. It has become, in effect, a dirted tank. Cap it with sand, and it'll go on forever. So you're not. It's not that gravel is bad. It's that it is insufficient, and it's an impractical way to start a dirted or a balanced tank. And particularly for new people, it's going to create a consistent pollution problem because it doesn't break down waste. It simply allows it to putrefy. So you wind up with all kinds of bacterial and fungal problems on your fish that result in dead fish over and over and over again. What else is here? Blackworm tank crashed hard and about killed my one thing. Yeah, well, you can't do too much with it, Craig. It's easy enough to put, that's the flip side of the worm. If you load it up with worm and it starts to die, every one of them will die and it'll foul the water. That's why people have so much trouble trying to get the culture going. I've tried for years to get culture going, and that's where I fail over and over again. Once it starts to die, the whole thing will cascade. So you don't want to do a heavy load of blackworm in your tank. You want to do a relatively minor load. So if it does go, it's not going to completely destroy the biotope. Can Vallisneria satisfy the planting requirement if I fill the whole tank with just that? Yes, absolutely. Melted butter absolutely can. And it's a great one to start with because it'll go. Scott says black cow manure. Right. That's what I use because it's commercially available. I was thinking about putting sand on my gravel in my goldfish tank. I'll tell you what you want to do. Go ahead and put the sand on it and then put marbles or larger gravel on top of that, just one layer deep. Goldfish love to dig, but if you do the marbles or a larger gravel, they won't be able to. But they'll root that sand. The sand will wind up in the bottom of it. But if you put something a little coarser in there that they can't move around as well, that'll solve that problem. Donna Tomac just finished her 6th father fish tank since December. Pushing pretty hard. 20L is the largest. Nice, Donna. Good job. Mary Page says the total valve tank makes a beautiful jungle. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Our blackworms also called tubifex. They're different. They are different. The tubifex is the red worm, which is typically not available anymore. The blackworm is actually a worm. It's a segmented worm. It is not a nematode. The tubifex is a nematode. So yeah, they're not the same. And the blackworm holds up better. Tubifex is more difficult.
Which ones actually are like the sewer worms? Is that the red worms or the?
Yeah, the red worms. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Hello, fanaticals. I know I muted myself and I was just talking away.
It's all right. We didn't even miss you, Mary.
I know. You were probably happy.
MX Rider. I've got 2 12-inch of gravel in my tank. How about sand show it on top and what type? Any kind of sand will do. Mix Rider. I have 2. What's this? 2.5. Put 2 inches of sand on it. It's going to sift down into it, but it'll leave about an inch on top. Any kind of sand will do. Doesn't much matter. All sand is sand, unless it's something like shell that dissolves or calcium. But sand typically is silica or marble or that kind of stuff.
I love it, Donna.
Or
Black
granite.
diamond.
Black diamond, right.
Did you see Danny's question about the beach sand? He said he doesn't have access. He's one wanting to set up saltwater, and he doesn't have access to beach sand. Would you recommend crushed coral, agronite, or more of a fine sand substrate that buffers pH in a saltwater for a deep sand substrate?
I like aragonite. I've used aragonite. I've also used crushed shell and a lot of shell. I usually cap off with a lot of shell, but I use sand as well. And I use sand pretty heavily. So mix the sand in with that other stuff because you really want to get that tighter substrate, particularly for saltwater. And you want it deep, minimum 4 inches. 4 inches in a saltwater tank. And you can use just the sand. If you mix it with aragonite, that's good. Mix it with crushed coral. Crushed oyster shell is good. Anything like that's fine. That'll help hold the carbonate level up too.
I'm going to find a pile of sand somewhere and I'm going to bag it up and put Father Fish's face on the front of it and sell it as Father Fish sand.
There you go. Really. Donna. Husband drives me to the fish store and gives me his credit card. Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Donna, you're doing good.
Yeah, glass box. It is chunky. That's why I like to mix sand in with it.
Yeah.
It gives you the right kind of media. And I think at the surface particularly, that coarser material seems to work better for the copepods that you want to get growing, and arthropods in that saltwater tank. It's really critical in a saltwater tank to have a food web. It's really fundamental. There are fish that will not survive without it. So it's important to do that. So you want to have a substrate that'll accommodate microfauna.
I just lost my tap.
It's expensive to ship.
Hey, Kenneth D.
Kenny,
How are
hey
you?
Kenny, nice to see you.
Me too, Janine. I think it would be a great thing. Father Fish
Yeah.
Sand.
Yeah, shipping would be a problem.
What about all the people that say minimal sand, no dead spots? That's what Danny just asked.
Yeah, those people, the best thing I can say about them is that they have their heads stuck in the sand and they're trying to breathe. And it probably doesn't work very well for them. If they get their heads out of the sand and begin to look at what happens when you put deep sand in a tank, then they'll come to a deeper awareness. It's a matter of getting woke. And it's hard to do that when you got your head stuck in the sand.
Fanaticals. A Father Fish substrate vending machine.
A vending, what is that? I don't get that. They
Hey,
get sand
here's
delivered costs more than the sand. True enough, Brett. Yeah, that's right.
I like hear Fishy's Christmas song about Father Fish got buried in his
Where did the
substrate.
substrate. Oh, we need to play. We need to play that. I'll play that.
That's so funny. I love it. That's a
Really.
classic. I got to make up a song. And you got to do a super chat yodel. That'll get the super chats rolling in.
Right. Here it
Melted
is.
butter, trouble in paradise. Florida hurricane heat. Oh my gosh, talk about storms. The other night.
Buried in his substrate.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
We had it and lost it. What happened? Oh, it stopped
Setting
playing.
up a new
Here, let's start over again. Here we go.
Oh, the dogs.
Father Fish got buried in his substrate. Setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there. But as for me and Mary, we believe. He'd been carrying too much sand now. And he tipped in with the bag. He wanted to make a deep bed. Now he's fertilizing plants instead. When they found him in the morning, in that tank way in the back, he was beneficial down there. The plant roots were never ever looking back. Father Fish got buried in his substrate, setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there. But as for me and Mary, we believe. Now we're all so proud of Mary. She's been taking this so well. See her sleeping in with Calvin, changing water and giving guppies crushed eggshell. All our tanks suck without Father. An inch of gravel now we hate. And we just can't help but wonder, should we haul those bags of sand and test our fate? Test our fate! Father Fish got buried in his substrate, setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there. But as for me and Mary, we believe.
Isn't that fun? What great.
Oh, I love it. That was so cute. Love you, Shelby.
Yes, indeed.
Danny,
All
you need
right.
to make a Father Fish song. Danny is an incredible artist. He needs to make a Father Fish
I
song.
know.
I like
I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to get one using Old Blue Eyes. I did it my way. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll do anything from Brother.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
Oh, that's a good idea. I capped with sand to stop my sorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Funny. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah.
Anything from
Oh,
oh, brother, where art thou?
Hey, you just got a $10 super chat. Thank you, Dinesh, for the super.
Ah, fly away. And I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Oh, fly away. Oh, fly away. Oh, fly away. And I die, hallelujah, by and by. Oh, fly away. Yeah. All right.
Woohoo! Awesome. Did you see Dinaj's $10 super chat?
I
Got a
put it
$10
up.
super chat.
I
Oh,
put it
there
up.
it
I
is.
had it up
Right
there.
there.
Yep, right there.
I got excited.
What time is it? Quarter of 8. Lord,
It's
we've
quarter of
only
8. I
here
gotta go eat something.
near 2 hours. We gotta go,
Right,
guys.
Grin?
More songs here. Fishing says. What else we got?
That's gonna get everybody get in the mood and write a Father Fish song.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and Donna just gave you another $9.99 super chat. Just because you do so much to help others enjoy this hobby. Thank
Donna!
you.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you
Love
so
you
much.
guys.
That's very sweet.
Love you,
Very
Marky.
sweet. Thank you, guys. Sandbag sand. Sandbag sand's okay. Leftover from last. It may have salt in it. With the
Cheap
only
entertainment. Dinesh says we're cheap entertainment.
What?
Oh, yes, and Alice Krauss.
Sin. If you got Gridwood wants to sin as well as Craig. I say
Sing.
You might have a chat with Craig about that. Love me some Alison Krauss. You bet.
Yes. She's got
Happy
a voice
trails.
of pain.
Happy trails. Love you guys. Nice to be with you. Fun to be here.
Love you all.
Can we do another one? Where's
All right, Donna. Cheap but not easy.
Let me do another one here. I watched the Dune movie last night.
Oh gosh, that's an old one.
No, the new one. Watch the
the new one.
Yeah. Here we go. We got a song.
Good night, everybody.
What a night.
Here we go.
What a night. My fish are mad at me. I didn't want to feed them all tonight. I found it hard to say. They thought I'd had enough of them. Why can't they see? they're lovely to me. But I have to sit in and watch them play on my own every now and then. My snails are mad at me. Been sitting on my arse for an hour. I hardly said a word. I tried and tried, but I could not be heard. Why can't I explain? Why do I feel this way? 'Cause everything I say, they don't understand, they don't realise, they take it all the wrong way. My frogs are mad at me. We argued just the other night. I thought we talked it out. We talked and talked until it was out. I thought we'd agreed. I thought they'd understand. But when I try to talk, they say I don't care. They say I'm unaware, and then they say I'm weak. Sucks to be me. I'm only doing my best for them.